How about some breaking news before the lineups come out a bit later on today? The Blue Jays, it looks like they're going into another direction. They just fired their manager, Charlie Montoya. And this one comes as a surprise to me. They're a young, dynamic team, but they are underperforming expectations, obviously. I think with what they did last year, there were expectations of them really, really taking the next step. So, especially, but there's been a lot of injuries there and whatnot, so this does come as a surprise to me. Now, the one name that pops up in my mind is potential replacement is Joe Girardi. Yeah, he was formerly of the Phillies manager, was fired there. He's just a free agent right now. I don't know if he has any interest in going back into managing. There are other guys like Bruce Bochy, but he's like 100 years old, and and if anybody has Yankees experience and knows how they operate and how to beat them, it's probably somebody like Joe Girardi. So I wouldn't be surprised if they, at the very least, interview him and bring him over. Now, I don't know if his kind of rough around the edges personality is going to mix well with the very nice people of Toronto, Canada, but you never know. Maybe that's just what they need, fire under their asses or something like that. And Joe Girardi is just the type of guy to give it to him. Now, he seems to me a guy that eventually wears out his welcome too, so that's going to be part of the package, and I'm guessing that's got to be considered as part of the hiring process too, but you never know. You never know. I'm surprised that the Blue Jays fired. And it was probably, I guess it's the right time, because they're like, 15, 16 games out. And if they want to kind of resurrect this ability to compete, they're going to have to go in a different direction somewhere. I do think they'll make a couple of moves at the trading deadline. And like I said before, as a Yankee fan, I would not be sleeping on them or the Rays or the Red Sox, and definitely not the Astros, obviously. Astros pose a whole different type of opponent. Most formidable, in my opinion. But I wouldn't sleep on these other guys. Now, the Yankees were 14 games out in 1978 before they ran the tables at the end and took the division and won the World Series. So anything can happen. Anything. So they were 14 games out. I think it was the last month of the year. So there's time for teams to move up. There's time for teams to move down. And the Yankees are reeling a little bit right now. Even though they're way ahead of a lot of the rest of the division and whatnot, they're struggling a little bit right now. So they need to make some changes too. But right now, seems to me the most obvious move is obviously the Blue Jays firing their manager, and the first person I thought of, I should say, was Joe Girardi as a potential replacement. I don't know who else they're going to consider. I don't even know if they're going to consider him. Maybe they'll consider Joe Madden, who's no longer with the Angels. Somebody more laid back, probably more suitable to that environment. I don't know. I really don't know. So, but something to keep in mind. Obviously, when they make a new hire, I'll put it out so that you know. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And, and also, Ballcap, if you see this, let me know what you think, Ballcap Sports. And looking forward to setting our video up together. But I'm curious to know, as you were one of the more formidable Blue Jays fans and Blue Jays channels out there, I really want to know what you think, man. So give me your feedback if you see this, buddy, and who you think might be a good fit. But make sure you subscribe to the channel, folks, if you haven't done that, so that you don't miss, stuff like this, even if it's non-Yankees, but especially if it is Yankees. And again, it's going to get nuts over these next 3 weeks as we get close to the trade deadline. I'll keep it coming. Over and out.